This van is a mess. Wouldn't you say so, dear?
Oh, we can still throw a few more things on top.
You think so?
Finding
Anyway.
stuff is going to be a problem.
Yeah, maybe you can see right there. Let me step back over here so you can see, you know, what kind of a mess we got in there. But yeah.
This van
sure
is
enough.
like that closet in your house that just
Yeah.
everything gets thrown in, and then you have to watch out that...
Yeah. Let me step over here and show them towards the back of it. Now, what has happened, you know, over the last several weeks, of course, what we've got going on here is, oh, I don't know, we had room to throw stuff around, so we just kind of tossed it wherever we thought we needed to. Is that right, dear?
Yeah, well, that's the way it appears,
Yeah.
yes.
But anyway, it's time to start getting this thing organized again, and we might even do a little bit of purging while we're at it.
I've certainly been purging in the house.
That's for sure. But once we get everything all emptied out, we're going to show you how we built this van on the inside in order to haul all the stuff that we want to haul. And then we're also going to show you how we're going to be making some modifications very soon, right? So are you ready to start unloading all
Oh, yeah,
this stuff?
unloading's going to be a snap.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you say so. All right, well, we're going to get to unloading. Goodness. Never would have believed that we got all that stuff in the van.
Well, and it makes you wonder how much of it we really need.
Well, and that's what we're that's what we're fixing to go through here in a little bit and see just exactly what we need. And so we'll be doing some purging and some reorganizing, of course. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Sure enough, it's
We think we're organized, and then we're not.
yeah, I know. I know exactly what you're saying. But wow. My. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and show you the empty version of the van and kind of talk through a little bit about how we got a bug trying to crawl on me.
Yeah, they're flying thick.
Yeah. I'm going to show you how we kind of framed this out and everything. And we're also going to discuss our future plans. And we do have some future plans, don't we, dear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure enough. Anyway, let's go step over here and we'll show you a little bit. And we still have to sweep it out and everything, of course. But these are all of our, these are the empty cavities up here. That, of course, is our 42-gallon freshwater, auxiliary freshwater tank that we keep in the van. We didn't go ahead and take our life jackets out on top. But yeah, we pretty much have all these cavities full. Now, the way we framed this is we did typical 2x2 construction and framed it very similar to how you'd frame a wall, you know, building a house. You got your bottom plate here, you got a top plate here. Now the top plate up here is a 1x2 as well as the bottom plate. And then we tied all the walls together with a secondary top plate so that they would all be tied together so that they're good and sturdy that way. Now, where the fresh water tank is right there, the way what we come up with in order to keep it cushioned in there, you know, we found that if we use this large insulator that goes over PVC pipe, use the insulator covers there, that when you have them slit like that, that they fit right around that perfectly, and it really helps to hold that in place. So that's how we did all that. So those are the cavities that we have right there. And then of course here's the top, and we did it out of 3/4 inch plywood, and put some really good sturdy, for this bulkhead here, you know, some sturdy braces right in here. We didn't bother to unload this stuff here, just a few little odds and ends things that we carry for times when we're going to need it. This little thing that we made here, right after when we started building this thing, this has really come in handy, which is simply just a 1 inch by 4 foot dowel rod. We put a rubber tip on that end and a hook on that end, and when we're trying to reach stuff that's way down deep inside there, that's how we get it out. But let me step around to the back here. Now, we went ahead and left our leveling blocks here, but we carry like, what do we carry all together? Like 6 sets of leveling blocks, 3 of the small ones and 3 of the long ones. Yeah,
I think so.
And they will, you know, you can mix them together to build ramps or all kinds of stuff. And that's where we stack them here. Still left the pancake compressor in there. That's a really good spot for it. And anyway, it just works out good having it right there. And this is where the auxiliary gray tank is. And you can see how I have the valve set up right there on that. And then of course here's where it dumps out the back. Our intention is, and before I go any further on that,
the water pump.
Huh?
You didn't talk about the fresh water pump.
Oh, okay. I'll talk about the fresh water pump right quick. This is where the fresh water pump is, that transfers the water from the freshwater tank in the van, and it comes out right there. And all we got to do is go, when we're at a site where it doesn't have water at the site, we simply go down to where we can find water, and we fill the freshwater tank. We back up to the trailer, we hook up a 25-foot hose there and take it on down and, you know, dump it into the freshwater field down there. And it has worked really, really, really well for us. This pump has seen better days. It's time to replace it. It's really not made for continuous run, and we have another one that we pulled out of the trailer that, yeah, it's somewhere in this pile over here when we replaced the pump in the trailer, and it was still working fine. But we just didn't like it because it surged a lot, whereas this new pump doesn't surge. What our intentions are is, we did some measuring. This tank right here will fit in this cavity right here, believe it or not. And we're going to move it over to this cavity. Now what we're also going to do is we're going to pop this wall loose, and we can actually move it about 1.5 inches that way to make this area larger right here. So we're going to move the tank over, and you can see how deep the tank sets here, and it'll be the same depth over here. So that will still allow me access to right in here when I need to. And we'll have just a little bit of storage up here, not much, but we'll have some. This is going to open this cavity up, and what we're planning on doing here, and let me show you this over here. In this box, right there, is a 200 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery, and it's similar to that other brand that everybody hears about all the time, but it's made by a little bit different company, and we're going to try it out. So we're going to be mounting that battery back here in this cavity that I've just been talking about. And our plan is, for now, and this could change of course, but our plan for now is, once this cavity has been emptied, and we've slid this over a little bit, that will allow us to eventually have 3 of those batteries. Then they'll be running this way, but there'll be 3 of them side by side that will fit in there. And then we'll have our, which will give us a 600 amp hour battery and our system. And then we will have all of our peripherals mounted here, like our charge controllers and our, oh, I can't even think. Inverter.
Bus bars.
Right, bus bars, you know, all that stuff. will be mounted up here. And I'm still in the design stage of this, so I haven't got it completely figured out. But it looks like, because these batteries aren't real tall, looks like they'll take up about that much in height. And then I'm going to have the console right here where I can see everything. But that will still give me, I'll have a slide-in top. And I'm also going to make sure that there's plenty of airflow around it. So I'll be cutting airflow holes into everything. But I'll have a slide-in shelf that goes on top where I can still stack, store some other stuff up on top that's lightweight right in there. Now, our intention eventually is, once we get everything all mounted in here, and we're planning on running a 3,000 watt inverter, our intention is to mount a 30 amp outlet right over here somewhere, right here, wherever I can find a decent spot to mount it. But it'll be a 30 amp outlet, an RV style 30 amp outlet. And eventually, with these solar panels you see here, we'll be getting 2 more of those. Now these come from Bouge RV, and these are their model. They're 200 watt panels, model 9BB, which means 9 bus bars per cell, rather than the traditional 5 bus bars per cell. And what that does is that you can have a panel that, a 200 watt panel, but it's physically smaller than a typical 200 watt panel. And we've got it figured out where we can mount 2 more up there, which we would eventually have 200 watts of solar. So the whole, or 800 watts by the time we do all 4 panels, up there. And I love those panels. We've done some tests on these panels before. We did YouTube videos about them. And when I had them mounted on the ground, ground-based, they actually made 420 watts. Theoretically, they shouldn't make more than 400 watts.
400.
But they actually made 420. And as you can see where we're sitting right here, we got good exposure to the sun. And right now, what these 2 panels are producing is of no benefit.
No, because we have no way of storing it.
Right, right. Now, what we could do, but of course we're plugged in, right now I do have an outlet right here where I can plug the panels. I can plug in a cable that I made up, a 30-foot long cable. I can plug the cable into there, and I've got another one down there on the side of the trailer, and I have another charge controller inside the trailer, and we can utilize these panels for the battery bank in the trailer as of right now. But the whole idea behind this is, when we get ready to start doing some real serious boondocking, is we will have 2 sources to run the trailer. Of course, the built-in system that's in the trailer, and then we'll have the system here in the van. And when the system in the trailer starts going down, it needs to have time to recover. We should be able to just simply plug this system into the power inlet on the side of the trailer and keep on going to allow time for the system in the trailer to recover back and forth. We even intend to go ahead and put a DC to DC charger on this system in the van so that we can do all that. Now, what that will mean is we won't have to carry this, at least that's the way we feel about it now, we won't have to carry that 2,000 watt generator, and we won't have to carry that gas can. And yes, folks, the gas can, does the gas can have gas in it, dear?
No.
No. Would we ever haul gas?
No, because it would stink.
Well, that. But do we, I mean, come on. The gas can's empty. So don't get all up in a roar over that. So, anyway, but this is all the stuff, that we just took out of the van. Now we're going to go through and start,
And this isn't even all of it. There's 3 containers in the house we normally have in the van.
Yeah, this is true. There's 3 containers. Yeah, then we normally carry them. And our gazebo is set up behind the trailer,
right.
And we carry it inside the van as well. We've also got, you see this box right here underneath that rug, that's a new pop-up.
No, we haven't even unboxed yet.
Right. Well, we haven't had an opportunity to.
Nope. It'll be going up at Greenville.
So it will be going up at the rendezvous. Over there is my sound equipment right there, part of it. The rest of my sound equipment is now set up in the house right now because I have 2 setups. I have my regular studio setup, in the house, in the trailer, but you know, that has a fixed mixer in there that I can simply plug into. But right now, while I'm practicing with the mixer that I use for my live shows that I do. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I want to get it all dialed in so that when we actually set it up to do the music presentation at the rendezvous, I'll have it all dialed in the way I like it by then. And that's still a work in progress. So anyway, it's all set up inside the trailer. So that's what we got going on here. We got all this stuff to reorganize and put back in there for now, purge a few items, and I guess it's time to get to work, right, dear?
Yeah, putting it all back is going to take longer than taking it all out.
This is true. This is true.
And I'm on a time constraint. I got kids to go visit.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go getting with the kids later this afternoon over at our daughter's house, and going to grill some steaks and stuff. So yeah, we got to put it all back together.
Got to put it all back together because the neighbors are all sitting around drinking beer, wondering what the heck
Yeah,
we're
they're
doing.
all staring at us right now. And what the heck are they doing over there? You know. But anyway, we'll be back, won't we? All right, we'll be back. Well, it's the next day.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
And it's
survived.
Didn't we though? Didn't we though? And we did get the van rearranged, didn't we?
Yes.
Well, and still got a little bit of stuff still yet to do, but at least we can find stuff a little bit easier right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And we even got our bikes down and rode them around a little bit today. The weather has not been cooperative, so
Not at all.
no. So we finally got them down and rode them a little bit, and got a couple of the kids coming out to see us out here later this afternoon, and we're gonna let them take a ride. They've never ridden on these bikes, so that'll be cool.
Yes, it will.
But anyway, we'll give you a quick peek here what we did, and we still got a little bit of fine tuning to do here and there, but it looks a whole lot better than it did, and still got to move a few things around here and there. Now this right here, this is a care package that Deb has put together for Helping Hands, because you were doing some purging, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I got rid of 2 like that.
that's right, you did, because we already dropped one off.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm quite proud of me. Now let's hope we don't need anything that I'm getting rid of back.
Well, so anyway, everything's all kind of back in order, all tucked away, nice and neatly. Still got a little bit of fine tuning to do here and there, and we'll be rearranging a couple things when we go ahead and hook up and pull out of here, which we'll be pulling out of here in about a week.
1 week from tomorrow.
About a week, and then we'll be headed towards the rendezvous.
We'll be moseying over.
Yep, headed that way. Remember, all this is going to be changing before too awful long. And anyway, our plan is, let me get over here and sit down in the shade. Our plan is, when we get done with the rendezvous, our plan is to start on this project
Right.
right after that. And we're going to have some help in order to do that, which is going to be nice too, isn't it?
Well, advice anyway.
Help and advice? Well,
I don't expect them to do manual labor. They're on vacation.
yeah, but that's like being on vacation, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a guy.
Oh, you're not, well, you know, stay tuned. Of course, we're going to be doing a lot of walkthrough videos at the rendezvous, obviously. And we'll be getting those up, and we're getting more and more excited all the time. We leave here in just a week and 1 day, and we'll be headed that way. We will stop off at a campground we've never been to before on the way, and we'll spend a few days there, and we'll do a review of that particular camp. We head on over to Greenville, Missouri, where the next rendezvous is going to be, and that's another reason why we went ahead and got the bikes out, so we can start limbering up again, because we'll be doing a lot of bike riding there at that, along with a whole bunch of other folks. So anyway, that's where we're gonna go, and that's what's happening.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
Is it time to say goodbye?
It's probably time to say goodbye.
All right. We're gonna say goodbye, right?
Yes.
All right. This is Bill and Deb with I Ride Tiny House Adventures. What do we always say?
I don't know.
You don't know what we always say? Mm-mm. You do too. We're not camping.
We are living.
Y'all get out there and do some living. and we will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.